right, we are looking at number 14. It says find the value of x for which p is parallel to q. State the conditional statement that justifies your equation. So on 14, let's see what angles we're dealing with. We're dealing with angle 3 and angle 5. We know if we want to force p to be parallel to q, then we would want those angles to be supplementary. The reason is that 3 and 5, those are called same side interior angles. Since it starts with an S, they need to be supplementary for those lines to be parallel. So our statement we're going to write is if same side interior angles are supplementary, then line P is parallel to Q. And we're going to leave it at that. All right, so let's make them supplementary. Supplementary means x squared plus 8x plus 4x plus 20 equals 180. So you're being careful not to set them equal to each other. They are not congruent. So let's get everything on one side of the equation. You know the drill by now. We're factoring because we've got an x squared and an x. To factor, you got to make sure it is set equal to 0. So x squared plus 12x minus 160 equals 0. So now let's do our parentheses. X. We have a rather large number to work with this time. 160. We have to go to the side and we have to brainstorm things that multiply to get 160. The first thing that comes to my mind is 16 and 10. But I can't make a 12 out of a 16 and a 10. So I have to brainstorm more things. Let's see, I know 16 is divisible by 2, you get 8. Okay, so let's see, 8 times 20, there's another factor, and ding, 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 I found it. I can make a 12 out of an 8 and a 20. So let's put them in there, 8 and 20. Now, I want to make a positive 12, so this is where you think to yourself, do you want it to be 20 minus 8 or 8 minus 20? We want it to be positive, so let's make that bigger number positive, 20 minus 8. All right, you set them both equal to 0. When you set them both equal to 0, you get x is 8 and x is negative 20. Or you can write them in ascending order if you want. Now, you always make sure, do both of these answers make sense? Because sometimes you keep both of them and sometimes you throw one of them out. Depends on the problem. So let's see, if I plug 8 in here, check, positive answer, check, positive answer, cool. Now what about negative 20? If I plug negative 20 in here, 4 times negative 20 plus 20. Oh, bad news. That's going to get us a negative angle, and we don't work with negative angles in geometry, so this answer is not a valid answer, and so we are left with one answer of x equals 8.